The most famous person of the last 20 months is beyond any doubt Dr. Anthony Fauci. He is a world-renowned immunologist, HIV researcher, and the chief medical advisor to both President Trump and President Biden. Every time Dr. Fauci has a press conference or gives another TV or radio interview, one of the reporters is inevitably bound to pose a question like this. Dr. Fauci, can you tell us when will this pandemic be over? And like a world-class scientist that he is, with modesty and honesty, Dr. Fauci usually answers with, "We simply do not know when we will be done with this pandemic. There is no way of predicting when will this pandemic end. But even though we do not know the end date of this pandemic, already today each one of us can and should do things to keep ourselves and our loved ones safe and healthy." As people of faith, we often wonder, when will this unjust and unfair world come to an end? When will all the injustice be over? When will the hungry be fed? When will the sick be healed? When will the strangers and refugees be welcomed into their new homes? When will they beat their swords into plowshares? Such questions and hunger for a better new world is common to all religions and all world spirituality systems. Even Jesus is addressing this very issue in today's gospel passage. He reminds us that a day will come when this world will end, a mighty and powerful day when God will erase all the injustice from the world, a day when love will finally conquer the hatred, a day when light will spread all the darkness. A day of the Lord will come. But when they asked him when, Jesus answered, "No one knows the day or the hour. No one. Not the angels in heaven, not I, only God the Father does." We should listen to both Dr. Fauci and Jesus himself, and do not focus on when will this pandemic end, or when will this world come to its end, but instead, today, we all should do things to keep ourselves and our loved ones safe and saved. We do not need to wait for the end of the world or for the end of this pandemic to do what is right. Moreover, we don't have to know when will things get better. The date is not as important as the things that we can do today. You see, as the people of faith, we are not waiting for God to fix everything around us, but instead we are called to feed the hungry, to heal the sick, to welcome the strangers and refugees and offer them a new roof over their heads. We are called to bring the victory of love over hatred, of light over darkness. You and I are called to change this world, even as we are waiting for God to end all the injustice and bring about a new God's creation. You see, perhaps we will never be able to change the entire world. Perhaps we cannot feed all the hungry people. Perhaps we cannot heal all the sick. We cannot wipe away every tear. Perhaps we cannot provide housing for every unhoused person. Perhaps we are not able to change the world. Only God is able to do that. But, and that's a big but, each one of us can and should change the world for at least one person. When we change the world for one person at a time, one person a day, we will hasten the new world of which Jesus speaks today. We will bring about the new creation and the end of this pandemic, the end of injustice in our lives. Amen.